Wake up, sports fans. Welcome to Double Trouble, powered by Sooner Surge. Thanks for being on here and watching our content. If you're not subscribed, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and like and comment on our videos. Yesterday, NFL playoffs, Baker Mayfield showed out in a big way yesterday, Jay, claiming I think his status as a number one pick when people had kind of written him off. He definitely showed that he still got it.
He had a great game. Very disappointed they didn't win. It's a game that I felt like they could have won. The Lions are a great team, and that's a great story in the Lions. But I felt that was a game Tampa Bay should have won. They didn't do it, but can't take it away. Can't take anything away from Baker Mayfield and what the season he had. This was a pivotal season for Baker Mayfield, and for him to do what he did this year, I think he's going to be earning quite a bit of money, and hopefully in Tampa Bay, because I think it's a great fit with the coaching staff. Just Tampa Bay is a great organization, and I think he could do for the next 3 or 4 years have a great kind of 3 or 4 year career there with Tampa Bay. And to me, I think it'd be kind of silly if they're not signing him tomorrow. So let's get that thing done for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, if he's not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, I'll be absolutely shocked. He showed everything he used to show when he was in Norman, Oklahoma. Scrambling ability, escapability, making the tough throws, making the very quick reads. Really got hit hard yesterday throughout that game. And as Baker does, he keeps on getting up. And he did that, and he'll be back next year. I thought it was great to see Mike Evans had a great game today. And really, that was – you look at both of these games today, yesterday, Jay, both of those games were just outstanding NFL playoff games.
Yeah, and are we headed towards San Francisco, Baltimore, rematch from Christmas night? Are we headed for – is there any chance Detroit gets into the Super Bowl? I don't think so. But they could. I don't think so. Or is it fair to say Mahomes is going to do it again and the Chiefs are going to be there? Because, listen, I am not sold on Lamar Jackson in a big game. I'm not. And just go watch Pat Mahomes, what he did yesterday. Josh Allen can't beat him in the playoffs. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, another one. Travis Kelce, I wouldn't say he's had a great year for his standards. Come playoff, he does it, okay? And I don't think I can bet against the Chiefs next week. I'm going Chiefs to the Super Bowl against the Niners. I think that's what it's going to be, a rematch of a few years ago.
I think the Detroit Lions are just an unbelievable story. Dan Campbell, I would run through the locker room wall for that guy. I am not going to be shocked if Dan Campbell and the Lions find a way. Jared Goff is playing at a very high level.
Playing better than
Gibbs kind of stood out today as kind of the number one back there today. He gives them another dimension that maybe they didn't have with just David Montgomery. And they're really, really good at the receiver position. And their tight end, De La Porta, is very good. So
unbelievable.
I just think Dan Campbell, I wouldn't count them off. It seems like kind of a destined year for them, especially after what happened in Dallas a few weeks ago. I think it would be great for them to get there. And on the other side, Patrick Mahomes, that was the Chiefs' best offensive performance of the season. And what a week to pick it. And I don't know how Bills fans continue to have to watch this. Josh Allen not winning the big game. And then I had Scott Norwood sightings when Bass misses that field goal.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw what Barstool Sports put out about that. It was like the video game where you have it angled way over here on the kick. And awful kick, just awful. And he had been struggling.
I think we can't end this video until we talk about, we're twin brothers, Jay, but the brotherly love of Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce is unbelievable. Of course, they have a podcast. It's great. I love it. But what we saw last night from Jason Kelce up in the stands, up in the booth, and shirt off, and dropping down to the Bills fans. They're even booing him, and he goes back up there. That was unbelievable stuff. That's just, I don't know how anyone in America can watch that and not like the Kelce brothers.
Well, yeah, and up there in the Taylor Swift suite, I mean, gosh, the whole thing with the Chiefs and Kelce brothers, which it's it was cool because last year they played against each other in the Super Bowl. But now that Jason Kelsey's out of it this year, the way he's supporting Travis, I mean, unbelievable. It's cool to watch. When Jason Kelsey does retire, if it is this year, I don't know if it will be. He kind of hinted around it might not be, but whatever. He's going to have a career, whatever he wants to do on the media circuit, broadcasting, as a host on a show. The guy is unbelievable on podcasts. He's great in the stands like that. I mean, he's an entertainer, man, and he's good at it. And that was great to see. And I'll say this: we're going to have to start comparing Patrick Mahomes a little bit to Tom Brady. And the reason I say this, and also Andy Reid does not get enough credit. Okay, Andy Reid's a great coach, and Andy Reid loses coordinators, loses players. They lose receivers all over the field this year. They lost Tyreek Hill. They got a whole group of new receivers. It doesn't matter with Patrick Mahomes. That's the crazy. It was just like Tom Brady when he lost Wes Welker, got Edelman. It didn't matter who they threw out there. They were going to be a good team in the playoffs. And that's what the Chiefs do with Patrick Mahomes. Yes, Pacheco's a great running back. Yes, they have a tremendous offensive line. Yes, they have a good defense. But what he does with these receivers, he had some guys tonight making plays that haven't really done much at all this year, in my opinion. And here they are going to the AFC Championship game again. And yes, Patrick Mahomes can win on the road in the playoffs. He proved it last night. And I think they will beat Baltimore next week. I do.
Well, I think you just went the whole thing talking about the Chiefs and failed to mention one guy that cannot be left out, Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Eric Bieniemy,
Yeah.
and people are giving Eric Bieniemy a whole lot of credit, deservedly so. But what Andy Reid continues to do with that offense, with all the guys they've lost, is unbelievable. And yes, he does have maybe the greatest quarterback of this time period for sure. But if Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs go on to win next week and win the Super Bowl, you have to put Patrick Mahomes as one of the greatest, and maybe just below Tom Brady, and that's it.
Well, yeah, because Tom Brady's got a lot more Super Bowls. But here's the thing: looking at the playoffs that's left, if he beats Lamar Jackson next week, his Super Bowl's against Brock Purdy or Jared Goff. I favor the Chiefs in that. And I favor Patrick
Absolutely.
Mahomes. Quarterback,
Yeah, absolutely. So
yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting what happens next week. But thanks for taking time here this morning, Monday morning, to watch Double Trouble powered by Sooner Surge. Appreciate you doing that. Make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't, because we're going to have a wake up episode every morning where we talk something about national sports news. So appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the morning. Wake up.
Boom.